Hey guys, what's up? It's Become from GNA today. So a couple of 3 days ago, I made a video about shooting this Colibri through this MP22 compact. And the stuff is pretty interesting with how quiet it is. There's no gunpowder in it whatsoever. It's just the primer that pushes the bullet out. So it's extremely quiet, but of course it's super underpowered, and I understand that, but it's pretty neat. And so in my video about that, a couple guys were talking about which is better, the Colibri or the Quiet, which the Quiet definitely is going to be more powerful. So another guy suggested do a comparison, and that's what I did today. Is I went out and did some more dove hunting today and took the opportunity to test these out. Now I went ahead and tried 4 different things as I was doing it. I shot CCI Quiet, Aguila Colibri, Remington 22 Subsonic, and this American Eagle Suppressor. The Remington is a 38 grain hollow point listed at 1,050 feet per second. The Federal is a 45 grain listed at 970 feet per second. Quiet is a 40 grain listed at 710 feet per second. And the Aguila is a 20 grain listed at 375 feet per second. And again, I shot it out of the 22 compact, and I shot this into my Poor Man ballistic gel. Saw a recommendation on this, worked pretty good. Ballistic gel is just so expensive and hard to maintain, but just get some fat phone books, soak them down where they're wet, because otherwise they'll turn into confetti. Okay. Hey. Gentle. Aaron, you still want some water? Now I did a second test of that. This first one was the Suppressor. This one was the Colibri. And of course, same thing. These 3 went out. The Colibri's still in there. I'll get it out in a second. But this is the Suppressor, Colibri. This is the Quiet. And then this is the Remington Subsonic. And on the back, you can see that Subsonic just ripped a pretty big hole in there. The Quiet did a pretty good job also. And then the Suppressor, which is a solid one. Well, so is the Quiet, but that one just went right sailing on through also. I could tell that this had way more force. This one just wasn't even bothered by this. It just sailed right through there. And then this 5th one is one that I stacked this one and that bigger one together to try to catch that Quiet, and I did. And I'll talk about that in a second. But let's find this Colibri and see where it ended at. Yeah, right here. This is the Colibri. And there it is. Was stuck basically right at that point right there. So page 175. Like about half of that it made it through. Alright, and then here's the one where I set it down where... Yeah, this is the one I shot in to start off here and shot it through this into the other phone book to catch it. The Quiet made it through that, but there's the Quiet that I captured. So the Colibri made it about 3/4 of the way through this. The Quiet made it all the way through this and even more than this, probably another full one of that through that other phone book. So way more power on the Quiet. Now the other thing is testing accuracy. So this is the only targets I had with me, but this was shooting at 10 yards, right at 10 yards out of the 22 compact again. And this was the first one that I shot. This was with the Quiet, and I was aiming at this vertebra right here. And you can see there, and then there. and I was shooting off a rest, and of course very short barrels, so, and I'm not the greatest with the pistol, but that's the accuracy I got from the Quiet. This is with the Colibri at 10 yards, aiming at that vertebra right, well, that one, and you can see my group there is actually pretty good on the Colibri. And then so I decided to shoot the Quiet again to see if maybe it was just me not warmed up on the first one. I think that was kind of it, because aiming at that vertebra, you can see with the Quiet doing a second time, you can see a pretty good or decent group there with that one. From my pistol anyways, they were both relatively accurate within that 10 yards. So there you go. These right here for sure are way more powerful than these. But of course between these two, I mean, it's obvious the Quiet is way more powerful, but the Colibri is so quiet that it's just neat to shoot it. And I do have a little clip also of me shooting these two candy caned, basically shooting Quiet Colibri, Quiet Colibri, and let you hear the difference on that. Quiet. Colibri. And then Quiet. This has been coming from GNA today. Thanks for watching.